Good evening, SpeedGaming 6, and welcome to tonight's Super Metroid Randomizer multi-category tournament week 3 match between 64-bit Link and Maisgueuh. I am Craze Gamer. Both runners are 1-1, and this week's settings are Chozo for Item Shuffle, Vanilla Map, and Boss Shuffle. We will be starting momentarily. So there have been a few good matches this week so far, and we're about halfway through the week, and there's going to be some good matches coming up, and hoping that this is one of them. So in case you need an explanation, Chozo item shuffle means that all of the items on Chozo statues are mixed up within each other. That's all the major items, but it also includes some missile tanks, some super missile tanks, power bombs, and some tanks. The map is just means no area randomization, and boss shuffle means if you go into a boss store, it could be another boss waiting for you. And our runners are off. Both runners get in the moonfall. So the first check down here is always going to be Morphball, and what happens after that depends on what's on the Chozo statue that has alpha missiles. So let's see what our runners do. Okay, bombs. Bombs is interesting. So they'll probably check the item in the ceiling. It's going to be a minor item, and it is technically an out of logic item, but that's largely not relevant. They're just going to check it anyway. Okay, this is good. So got your first missiles, got your first supers. Both runners going to be on the lookout for power bombs, and because they got regular bombs, they can check under Old Mother Brain, which is not a check that you usually get this early. So they'll probably look for. They're definitely going to look for minor items until they find power bombs, and then depending on if they want to hunt for charge beam or hunt for ammo, we'll see what items come up. Yep, Magoo is going to check Old Mother Brain. Easy check, don't have bombs. Free. And that's another super. Always loves aggressive. 64-bit Link did not check that, so let's see if that comes into play later. Is that item under Old Mother Brain could have very easily have been the first power bomb, in which case kind of would want that. The nice thing about having morph bombs this early is that it makes 230 missiles accessible, and this is our first logical super missile. So from here, You can either go left or right. 64-bit Link is going to check Bomb Teresa, which is a solid option. It is a Chozo statue, so it's going to be a major item, hopefully. That technically counts. All right, Spacer Beam and a BT fight coming up. Very likely Maisgueuh is going to be following suit. Maisgueuh picking up his Spacer. There's Alcatraz Escape. Not technically needed because you have bombs, but it's just nice to do. Going back to the ship, I assume 64-bit Link is going to save here and then check Gauntlet, which you can do because Morph Bombs makes it so we don't have to have 10 power bombs to check this. It's always a little dicey doing this without any E-tanks, but it is possible to do if you're careful. The wall jump, however, is tricky. This is not easy. It looks like Maisgueuh is going to take the same play. Alright, 64-bit Link is up, and here comes the Gauntlet check. So I don't know if Gauntlet is a forced check at this point, because there are, the runners could go to Green Brinstar. The runners could go to the right and down to Red Tower. But Gauntlet is right here, and this is a big play if you can get it. And in case the item is junk, they could just reset back to the ship where they just saved, and then make another play from there. Alright, let's see what it is. Well, we're going to want to keep that. Charge Beam means the rest of the seed is pretty much decided for. We're not looking for a lot of ammo, we're just going to look for enough, and yep, 64-bit Link is just going to head right back out the way he came. Not even going to worry about the 2 minor items on the other side of Gauntlet, just going to go right back to the ship and probably take a save. Definitely don't want to have to come back here. Alright, Maisgueuh is up in the Gauntlet now, and they're going to make their way through very carefully and pick up their Charge Beam in just about a minute or two. Alright, Maisgueuh is to the Charge Beam, and it looks like Maisgueuh is going to charge forward. Oh boy! Alright, so not a huge time loss, and we'll see if they go back for it. Nope, gonna go straight out. So 64-bit Link is gonna very likely go to Green Brinstar and start the checks there. However, knowing that Charge Beam is here means he can come back to it at any time, and just has to pick up enough ammo just to get, traverse the planet, but doesn't have to worry about, oh, Maisgueuh! Like I said before, this is not free with no E-tanks. Alright, so let's see what Maisgueuh does here. Yep, that's a skip. So very likely we'll also come back to it when they're in the area and has a better loadout. Right, there's a Chozo statue here, which is usually the reserve item. There's one E-tank, they're probably going to want to pick that up. That's a nice pickup early. Varia is going to make things a lot less complicated after this, and depending on what other majors come through, just go right to Norfair. Active Supers is good, but I have to wonder how much the runners are thinking about first power bombs because we haven't seen any yet. Granted, it's less of a priority in normal seeds where you don't get morph bombs right away, but it is good to have power bombs for, the orange doors and such. Who picks up his Varia suit, and 64-bit Link is on the way to Big Pink. So major items here are Alpha Super Missiles and Charge Beam. Everything else here is a minor item, so likely not going to see Mission Impossible, likely not going to see Wavegate, probably never going to see Waterway. (64-bit Link) getting the Spore Spawn skip, and we'll see what is behind Spore Spawn. And that's our first power bombs, and it's our first logical power bombs as well, so pretty much not going to say set for the rest of the seed, because you'll probably still want 3 power bomb packs regardless, but they're good for most of the movement in throughout the planet. Still going to look for gravity suit, of course, but lots and lots to check. That's our second power bomb pack. Alright, so X-Ray, nothing really to get excited about, but we know where charge is, and if Plasma comes around, then that is a microwave beam, which is nice, but we need to, find Plasma at some point. And go pick up charge again. With Varia suit, I would assume 64-bit Link is going to go down Red Tower instead of up. If he goes up, there is... well, I guess he is going to go up. There is Alpha Power Bombs, which is a Chozo statue, and this is also on the way to Wreck Ship, which has a boss, which is not necessarily Phantoon, but if it is, then that is, I believe, 2 Chozo items. Right side supers counts as a Chozo item, and there's the Chozo statue before Wreck Shippers. Oh, there's 3, because there's also Wreck Ship E-Tank. Okay, 64-bit Link is going to check Alpha Power Bombs, get grabbed by a Vileplume. There are a couple of missile tanks on Chozo statues, so feels a little bad when you come across one. E-Tank, though, is good. Right, Maisgueuh made the same routing choice as well, so I would assume both of them are... Nope, just kidding. 64-bit Link is heading back down Red Tower, and we'll see if Maisgueuh follows suit. Yep, both of them will be going down Red Tower, and going to check Spazer on the way, and likely dip into Norfair. And you like supers, but you don't like them on Chozo statues. Sixty-four-bit Link is heading to Lower Norfair. Let's see what they do first. They are going to High Jump, which is a Chozo statue. Maisgueuh making the play to Kraid, so this is going to be a boss, and 35 supers, and Varia means Ridley is an option. The only boss Maisgueuh can't, well, it's going to have a hard time with is Dragon. The other 3 are beatable. So, we'll still very likely take the save here. And then he will peek at what the boss is, and he'll have the first boss kill of the night if it's not Dragon. Alright, 64-bit Link is taking a save in Norfair. Let's see where he's going. He's going to go to Ice Beam, which is also a Chozo statue. Maisgueuh is going to farm up supers on Mini Crate, which is a very good play. It's a very easy farm for supers. Alright, and what is the boss behind Kraid? It is Ridley, which is beatable. Alright, 30 supers will do it, and Maisgueuh has enough. Meanwhile, 64-bit Link side, Ice Beam is High Jump Boots. That is very nice. And Ridley is down for Maisgueuh. Very nice fight. Let's see what Ridley is hiding behind. Wave Beam's pretty good. I assume Maisgueuh now is going to take the trip down to Norfair and follow in 64-bit Link's footsteps. He'll be one boss up, though. Bubble Mountain has a bunch of Chozo statues. One at Speed Booster, one at Wave Beam. And if he wants to go visit Croc, there is one behind Croc as well. Those supers whenever you see them. Even though we know where Charge Beam is, can't go wrong with supers. That's Gravity. Alright, let's see. 64-bit Link is a Speed Booster or an Ice Beam from Go Mode. Either one of those two items is necessary to get to Dragon, unless we beat Dragon first. Because if we beat Dragon first, then Cack Alley opens up, eliminating the need for Speed Booster or Ice Beam. Because then you can just get to the Meridia boss. Alright, Maisgueuh picked up his high jump boots at Ice Beam, and is now going to pick up Screw Attack at high jump boots. Picking up Screw Attack before you do lower Norfair is always nice. In fact, with Gravity, our runners may be incentivized to dip lower Norfair right after they're done here. We'll see what they do. Another E-Tank. If you only have 3, then picking up an extra one's fine. Yep, 64-bit Link is making the trip down to lower Norfair. So lower Norfair has, if I'm counting correctly, one Chozo item at Screw Attack and the item behind the boss. And that's really it. And the item behind Screw Attack is usually left behind most of the time. And we're going to welcome in our raiders from SpeedGaming Portuguese. Welcome, welcome. This is the Super Metroid Randomizer multi-category tournament. This is a Week 3 race between 64-bit Link and Maisgueuh. And our randomizer settings for this week are Chozo item randomization, no map rando, just vanilla map, and boss randomization. So Maisgueuh picked up his gravity suit, and 64-bit Link is attempting the lava dive with gravity jumps. Not easy, but certainly doable. And there it is. Yep, you gotta jump just before the screen turns black. "64-bit Link is not going to check screw attack, and that's usually the play that's made, because it is an out-of-the-way check, and getting out of that room without Speed Booster or Space Jump is not easy. Yes, it will take forever with bombs, but it is possible. But in a race, you have to make decisions, and this is a pretty easy decision. And Maisgueuh also gonna take the dive into lower Norfair as expected. Both suits, high jump boots. This is also a pretty easy decision. This looks like a safety save for 64-bit Link. Always good to be on the safe side. And Maisgueuh is also going to take a safety save. May use this to check screw attack, and if it's nothing, then just reset out. "64-bit Link checking Power Bonds of Shame, probably looking for a energy tank just for the refill. They can do a farm, but it is a slow farm without grapple. Alright, and it looks like Maisgueuh is going to make the check for screw attack. Gets the Green Gate glitch in one shot. Very well done. Metal Pirates down on 64-bit Link's side, and screw attack has Spring Ball, which is ironically another way to get out of that room, but not worth keeping. So Maisgueuh's going to reset and go to the right instead. "64-bit Link is farming up for Ridley ammo, not knowing that Ridley is not here. We know that Ridley is at Kraid's lair. This is Dragon. So without Speed Booster or Grapple, this fight is strictly ammo. Had I known it was close to death, I would have made mention of that, but the colors were throwing me off. But Dragon is down. Let's see what is behind Dragon. It is a Chozo statue, so hopefully something good. Yeah, you get that, for sure. Alright, Speed Booster puts 64-bit Link in Go mode at 29-24. At this point, it's rush to Meridia, rush to Wreck Ship, and then go to Torian. This is going to be a quick one. You are correct, because Dragon was not a Dragon, he was in Go mode, but you absolutely pick up Speed Booster anyway because it makes the escape faster. So, after this, go to Meridia, go to Wreck Ship, pick up Charge on the way, that's in Gauntlet, and then right to Torian. Yep, both runners know where Charge is. They checked Gauntlet almost immediately after the first checks in Retro Bryn. They couldn't keep it though because doing Gauntlet with no E-Tanks is difficult. So they both know where it is, they can go back to it. I imagine 64-bit Link is picking up ammo, specifically supers, because it will make their Ridley fight easier once they come across Ridley. Had a little bit of a think there, but then decided to pick up the missiles. Meanwhile, Maisgueuh is on his Dragon fight. Ammo looking a little rough. They'll have to farm up on the things that Dragon spits out. And Dragon is down. Maisgueuh will very likely pick up Speed Booster, and then Maisgueuh will be in Go mode. Like he was already in Go mode because Dragon, but 64-bit Link is going to pick up this E-Tank, and that's both for refill and maybe also thinking about stand-up later, but at the same time, Charge Spazer is not a huge amount of damage, so maybe just getting the E-Tank just for insurance. Bit Link is going to go to Kraid's Lair. We know that it is Ridley, so he'll likely farm up supers regardless. He has to assume that whatever's behind here could be Ridley, so Need to have at least 30. Would like to have at least 30 supers for that. Speaking of supers, $64-bit Link is going to farm up supers on Mini Crate. Very easily gets up above 30. Gonna farm up a little bit more. Always good to have extras just in case things go wrong. Because supers deal double damage. It is 6-1. Missiles to super missiles, so missing one super means you have to hit 6 missiles, and 17 is not a lot. Who is out of lower Norfair. Does not have to go to Ridley because he already beat Ridley, so Maisgueuh is going to head to Meridia. So all things considered, they are pretty close. $64-bit Link is going to check the major item. It is going to be Wave Beam. It is going to be worth picking up. It looks like he is 2 rooms ahead at this point. So because Dragon has already been defeated, you can take Cack Alley to get there. Which means you can take the lower path and then go up the toilet to get to the other end of Cack Alley, and that drops you off after Botwoon, and the Meridia boss is right there. So the boss here is going to be a coin flip between Kraid and Phantoon. Really don't need to farm up supers for this fight. If it's Kraid, you need, usually, like depending on how your quick kill setup is, either 2, 3, or 4. Well, usually 2 or 4. If it's Phantoon, you only need 1 super. 64-bit Link is going to check Plasma, which I wonder what he's looking for. He's in go mode. He might be looking for beams to make stand-up easier, but the time you'd save there doesn't match the time you'd lose checking this. And that's only if it's usable. Yeah, that's... Now he's further behind. and it now has to get out of this room without space jump. It is possible with a very, very well-timed wall jump like that, but it is still time that did not need to be used. Okay, Vantoon is at the Meridia boss. It's going to be a pretty simple fight. It's 4 tanks, but it is both suits, so should be fine. Maisgueuh just a few missiles short, it looks like. Luckily did not use the super before Vantoon was dead. Alright, Vantoon down. And 64-bit Link about to enter Vantoon. He'll be able to make up some time if he can get it done a little bit quicker than Maisgueuh did. Doing a quick Vantoon, though, is not easy. Now let's see where Maisgueuh goes, because he can take Forgotten Highway back to Criteria. I believe in this case it would be faster than going up Red Tower and then around. Right, Vantoon is down. Yep, Maisgueuh is going to take Forgotten Highway. Meanwhile, 64-bit Link is going to take the other route. Instead of going to go up the north side of East End, West Meridia, and then take Red Tower up to Criteria, and then west to Wreck Ship. But he's also checking minor items on the way. This is... He knows where charge is. Is he giving up on charge? Or is he building up ammo for Kraid? Okay, Maisgueuh is going to check the Chozo statue at Wreck Ship E-Tank. I assume looking for a beam. Getting space jump. That'll make the escape easier. So both of our runners doing their own checks. 64-bit Link going for Plasma, Maisgueuh going for Rekship E-Tank, and also going for right side supers. Yeah, we do know where charges. Both runners checked Gauntlet. Saw charge, couldn't keep it because no E-Tanks. So now Maisgueuh is going to have full beam combo for the Turian, or for the Mother Brain fight. And also, Space Jump makes getting charge way easier. No, Maisgueuh got charge and then tried to go to the back and then died in the back. Here's Maisgueuh's Kraid fight. With 64-bit Link right on his tail. This is a lot closer than it was a couple of minutes ago. And Maisgueuh misses the quick kill. If 64-bit Link can get it, he'll take the lead. Didn't get it, but has the backup. Nope. Alright, Kraid down at 46-36. Why did I think Plasma was at right side? Alright, whatever. Now he has full beam combo. Alright, and 64-bit Link has it down at 47.07, so just about 30 seconds between these two runners, and we're getting to Torian. This is going to be a good one. Maisgueuh is going to get the reverse spark across the ocean. .64-bit Link is going to likewise get the spark across the ocean. Maisgueuh declining to take the save, which is correct for us knowing how close they are. And 64-bit Link does not go to right side supers, does not get ice. Considering other items that we haven't checked yet, it's probably correct to skip it, but we'll see what happens. Oh, Maisgueuh gets caught. Uh-oh. Okay, Maisgueuh's got charge. And is going to elect to go through the back of Gauntlet to get to Torian. 64-bit Link is going to spark up to get to Gauntlet. Also important to know that Maisgueuh picked up Space Jump at Rekship E-Tank. 64-bit Link did not, so this is going to be a slower Gauntlet for 64-bit Link. Maisgueuh hits the elevator at 49.30. 64-bit Link picks up charge and also decides to go through the back. Maisgueuh making his way through the Metroid rooms, taking him out pretty quickly. Very good. 64-bit Link hitting the elevator 5025, so just about a minute behind. Maisgueuh keeps up the pace, he's got it, but this is not an insurmountable lead. Alright, let's see if Maisgueuh can baby skip here. Oh. Yep. Destroying all of those things there makes it so couldn't land the spot where you needed to in order to get the jump. So no baby skip for Maisgueuh. He'll have to refill energy. He's going to turn off screw attack for Zeb skip. Alright, 60. Alright, Maisgueuh is going to take a save, and that's not a terrible idea. If he knew how close it was, he may not. But things as they are. "64-bit Link" electing to do the baby skip. Maisgueuh misses the Zeb skip on the first try, is going to reset the room. This is going to give 64-bit Link time to catch up. Ooh, almost had it there. There it is. Okay. Okay. Maisgueuh is going to start Mother Brain 2. And 64-bit Link is also going to take a safety save. Full beam combo, 20 charge shots. Will end Mother Brain 2 and take us to the end of the game. Maisgueuh being careful because 4 E-tanks doesn't have a lot of leeway, but gets through it. Here comes the rainbow beam. Also, I neglected to mention, but if you're not following these runners, you should follow these runners. This has been a great race and very talented, so absolutely give these runners a follow if you haven't already. "64-bit Link" in their Mother Brain 2 fight, just maybe a minute behind, but Maisgueuh is going to be on pace, so unless something goes horribly wrong. both of these runners not doing stand-up and not... It's understandable. With how quickly the seat has progressed, I'd assume both runners are probably a little on edge, like, where is my opponent? Alright, Maisgueuh is in Mother Brain 3, and it is just a few rainbow shots away, and then an escape back to the ship. And that is Mother Brain 3 down. Ah yes, they could not do stand-up, they did not have enough E-tanks for it. I just completely forgotten about that requirement. He was gonna make his way up. 64-bit Link gets Mother Brain, but at this point it looks like this one's in the bag for Maisgueuh. And everyone, get your GGs in chat for Maisgueuh, who finishes first with an official racetime.gg time of 57:39. That was extremely well played on both sides. And we are joined by the winner of tonight's race, Maisgueuh. GG's, Maisgueuh.
Thank you, GG.
Boy, so first question, when you saw a charge and you couldn't keep it, were you scared at all that maybe 64-bit Link did keep it and you were behind?
Yeah, yeah, kind of. But I mean, I was okay about that because I knew where it was, and I was pretty sure I went back before go to tutorial with better stuff. So I mean, it's not a lot of waste of time. So yeah, let's go on. Don't think about that.
Yep.
But I thought it was I was really late when I failed so hard to climb. I was so tired.
Yeah. Did notice that before, but it was fine regardless, and you were a
I
little bit ahead almost the entire way through.
I couldn't reach the the, the gauntlet by doing like wall jump. I mean, every randomizer runner know how to do that. It's okay. It's easy trick. I stuck on this so bad.
And we are being joined by 64-bit Link, who finished at 58:43. GG's, 64-bit Link.
GG.
So
GG.
that was incredibly close almost the entire way. Like, you guys were pretty much on the same route minus a couple of checks. So 64-bit Link, you also, like Maisgueuh, saw a charge early and couldn't keep it. Did you think you were behind at that point?
I mean, yeah, it was but at the same time, I got the knowledge of where charge was, so it was one of those things where it's like I can just get it like right before the end. It's in a really convenient place for that, so it's like I lost the time of trying and failing to escape with it, but otherwise, like I knew I didn't have to super prioritize ammo pickups because I was just gonna get charge at the end. The thing that was more annoying was like I was picking up little bits of ammo because I'm like, I'm probably not finding plasma, and then I find plasma behind Kraid.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That is a very, very last item.
Yep. So, um, like I'll ask you first. So after you pick up Speed Booster, you're in go mode. You made a couple of other checks on the way. You made the check at Plasma, which ended up being nothing. Were you what? Do you know what you were looking for at that point?
I mean, I was hoping for like ice beam or plasma or maybe space jump. Like those were kind of the items I was looking for, and I think in Chozo specifically, like checking miners or sorry, checking those Chozo locations, I think is justified given that it has such a high chance of being a useful item compared to in major minor where you've got all of the E tanks and reserve tanks mixed in. And so yeah, I just kind of got an unlucky roll with the plasma.
Right, right. And on the other side, Magoo, you checked Wreck Ship E Tank and Right Side Supers, and you came out with Space Jump and Ice Beam. So
Yeah,
were
yeah.
you on the same sort of thinking? Just look for those
No,
two big items.
it's a fun story because I watched the DD's race yesterday, and I, they didn't find the ice, and I saw in the credits it was at this spot. So I decided to take the Forgotten Highway in in the way to check these spots to maybe find the ice. But I didn't find the ice. I find the space. Then I find the ice just above the boss, just above
Well,
entrance spots.
well, worked out regardless, because Space Jump is pretty good to have, especially when you're trying to get the gauntlet quickly. So that worked out.
Yeah, I was not unhappy to find it actually. I expected the ice, but okay, space. I take it. It's nice.
Very good. Um, yeah, that was
I'm not sure um, what makes me win because I felt like late all along. I guess we took approximately the same route. I know I took the Forgotten Highway and I backdoor Meridia. Maybe Link didn't. I think he didn't.
yeah.
Maybe
Link
there's
Link
time
took
on
the
the
other
way.
way. He took Meridia through Red Tower to Criteria to wreck ship.
So you beat you kill Botun.
No, I did do the shortcut to
Okay,
up the
so
tube. I checked plasma on the way to the Dragon room.
oh okay, I did it.
Yeah, it was unfortunately it was just a missile, so that was it didn't work out. But
Yeah, I find it's a long check. It's
mhm. I did not have any other questions, but that was a very good race on both sides because it was very close almost the entire way through. Um, like towards the end, Magoo was only maybe 2 screens ahead. It was just really close.
mm,
All right, Magoo, did you have anything else you wanted to add?
no, no, it's okay for me.
64 Link, do you have anything you want like to add?
Uh, I think that pretty much covers it.
Yeah, it was. I'll say it again. That was a really good race on on both of your parts, and that was a fantastic watch for myself and for the viewers as well. So GG's to both of you.
That's the point to give this show. um, so I would like to thank you for comments.
Yeah, not a problem. All right, I think that is going to do it for us here. So, everyone, thank you for watching. Let's see what's coming up in terms of the tournament schedule. So, tonight at 10 Eastern, we have Dasser 12 versus Scoutroid on SpeedGaming. And at 10:40 on SpeedGaming 2, we have Incompetent Perfectionist versus Lies and Gasoline. And then we have a whole bunch of races on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday as well. So, everyone, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you next mission.